Cameras on you, all lights on you.
All right. So,
Yep. So, what's going on, Panda Powers? Here we got Valtooch, all the names that I don't even know how to say. She's my very, very first PowaZ athlete, and this week, on the 10th, she's competing on the Holiday Classic. And how do you feel about it?
I'm feeling good at this point. So in peak week, so at this point, it's really about tapering, bringing the water out, and really the recovery. So we've definitely been on this journey together for a while, working through a lot of different injuries and mobility issues. So this week is going to be a lot lighter, I think, than what we're used to doing. But it'll be good. It'll really be about recovery and tapering, and peaking next weekend on Saturday.
Awesome, awesome. So I've been working with Val since July, and a little bit before her first show, going up to this time around, it would be the full bulking into going into the season, and now competing. And I'm super excited this time around. I get to travel to Tampa and just see her compete, be on stage. So definitely excited. And today we're gonna get to know her a little bit as well. And 1 week out, anything in particular we're looking at coming from the athlete's perspective? Go ahead.
Yeah, so historically, I've obviously got some spinal issues, cervical and lumbar, so I know we've been working through a lot of that mobility stuff, so probably touching on that. Definitely, some neck stuff going on, mostly on the left side, so I'll go through my posing routine in a second, and then I think that'll be really helpful in just identifying where the pain points are and where the tight areas are as I'm going through my posing, because really, the muscular separation and things like that are not going to be things that we can fix overnight. But what we can do is we can try to work on loosening up some of those tight points as I'm going through my posing routine.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, so let's go, just kind of go over a little bit of your posing and we'll go from there.
So normally I'd be wearing heels, but I'll come up on my toes, so front relaxed. I'm really just focusing on making sure I've got symmetry from right to left.
Good. Yeah. So let's see. See if we can bring up the left a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Go ahead and move on.
So here it's really about being able to bring this shoulder to the front and being able to get this twist in my spine. Now I'm not as limited turning to the left as I am mobility-wise turning the other direction, which is why in my posing routine I focus on twisting on this side. So a little bit of twist. I don't really feel any pain. I feel a little bit of a tug here on this side. Not so much in the front. Relaxed, but as I'm twisting, I feel a little bit here.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit in my ribs, but not too much. Going to my back. I do have to be able to try to show my glute neck tie-in, so getting that posterior tilt in, as much as I can pain-free is definitely ideal. So if I tilt my hips back, I definitely feel a little bit of that tug sort of in that side joint down here.
Yeah.
And a little bit in my neck here on this side.
So we've been working on quite a bit on the SI joint and just trying to help her be a little bit more flexible on this end. In terms of neck and stuff like that, we've been working on it quite a bit, and dramatic improvement in terms of helping her day-to-day wise, just less headaches and everything. So in terms of that rotation, So we've been working a lot of TFL, glute medius, just kind of being able to help her open up a little bit to turn. Obviously, this has been something ongoing for a little bit.
Months.
So it's definitely improved in that perspective. And let's see. So in general, when you twist and turn, you are posing on this side a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'll go through, yep, and so my routine, I'll be here and here. Now, there's two different portions of this, right? There's where I'm allowed to do my own individual routine, and then there's what's called comparisons, which is where I'll be next to people. So in that part where I'm not in my routine and I'm doing comparisons, I'm stuck in this position, and when I turn to the side, okay, this is where I'm going to be in those comparisons. Now, I don't have as much mobility issue on this side, but after I get through my back and I go to the other side when we're in comparisons, I cannot turn as far on this side. So this is where I feel a tugging along the left side here, because I just can't twist any further really. So being able to bring this shoulder around and being able to get a little bit more rotation in as much as I can, and you know, it kind of is what it is at this point, but as much as I can do, you know, the less pain that there is doing it, the better. So you'll see I'm a little bit more limited being able to turn this way, and I kind of compensate by sort of bringing my shoulder around because I can't actually twist as far on this side.
Yeah, so T-spine is something that we looked into in terms of helping her with the rotation part of things. In terms of, it's very similar for both sides in terms of just dealing with the glute medius and the TFL, but working on it a little bit, it does help kind of open that up a little bit. And something we do want to look into is going into the psoas and the rib cage in terms of just a little bit of abdominal work, so that gives her a little bit more flexibility going into her rotations. In terms of shoulder, because of naturally how she is on here, it's a little tight on the upper trap, so we can work on that a little bit so that way she doesn't have to utilize the shoulder girdle as much and turn a little bit more freely. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All
Great.
right.
Well, we got a plan.
Yeah, so today again is about 1 week out. We are used to doing a lot of cupping and a lot more of the instrument assisted soft tissue work and stuff like that to help her open up. But at this point it's 1 week out, because the nature of how cupping and Grasson type of work is, it could be a little bit on the, I want to say, aggressive side in terms of for the skin. So this week we're likely just kind of going more of the, in a sense, Swedish deep tissue, where she gets the work, but it's not as intrusive on the skin, as well as a little bit of a hot stone. So with the hot stones, it acts as almost like the instruments assisted work, except that we're able to use the temperature and just kind of the shape of the stone almost as if it's a instruments assisted tool to kind of get on some of that area. It's a little bit more friendlier in a sense to the skin as well as to her muscles. Yeah, but she's a champ. She's been through quite a bit of this cupping sessions and everything. So she's a tough cookie, for sure. And so today I get to play nice for once, apparently.